if the Muslims of this country,
What are the Muslims of our country going to think?
however, while Hindutva is the overarching political, social, intellectual.
But
I
there
will
is no
say this
external
repeatedly,
aggression
Padmaja.
anymore. It might have been relevant
No,
at the time.
Not at Aurangzeb is my hero. Then he must equally be held culpable.
Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. Some left-wing activists and some politicians propagate that Hinduism is fine but Hindutva is something that needs to be destroyed. Is it right? Or why do they always speak like this? Here we are going to check what is Hinduism and what is Hindutva. One of our young leader and MP from Karnataka, Mr. Tejasvi Surya, beautifully explained these things in a debate. So first we should watch that video and listen how Tejasvi Surya defined Hinduism and Hindutva. Okay, let's watch the video.
There is no doubt that there is difference between Hinduism and Hindutva. I agree with you, sir. However, while Hinduism is one aspect of the commonwealth of spiritual traditions which are native to this land, Hindutva is the overarching political, social, intellectual response by the followers of these indigenous faiths to against the external aggression that it has faced.
But there is no external aggression anymore. It might have been relevant at the time.
Not at all.
But now, Tejasvi Surya, when you say that if the majority is not vigilant, there will be Mughal rule, what are the Muslims of our country going to think?
Well,
are they Mughals?
No. If the Muslims of this country start defending the atrocities that were committed on the Hindus in the name of defending Mughal Raj, then they will be culpable of the mistakes of the past. If they will denounce it and say that we have nothing to do with that, we do not subscribe to that kind of theology and aggression, then they will have nothing to do with it, because any young Muslim in India, like any young Hindu from another part of the country, we must not have any baggage of the past.
But nobody is defending Mughal atrocities.
But if someone wants to say that Aurangzeb is my hero, then he must equally be held culpable for the mistakes of Aurangzeb and Tipu Sultan also. Not just that. Let me. India as a nation was not born on August 15, 1947. India is a continuing civilization with a millennia-old continuity, more than a few thousand years of lived civilizational experience. The primary philosophical thought of India was all-inclusive, all-accepting. It was never exclusivist, and most importantly, it never negated the existence and validity of any other philosophical, spiritual, and religious thought. However, when this land and the philosophies that was born out of this land came in contact with Semitic Abrahamic faiths like Christianity and Islam, which inherently are exclusivist, which inherently are conflicting, predatory, and proselytizing, there needed to be a response by a non-exclusive, inclusive faith, which can be called the commonwealth of Hindu spiritual traditions, to therefore respond to the aggression, the predation, and proselytizing attempts by the Abrahamic faiths that came to Indian soil. A response was made by Indians, by Hindus of that time, and that in the later context was called Hindutva. We can therefore say that if Hinduism is the potential inclusivity of the commonwealth of indigenous thought, Hindutva can be a kinetic effect which primarily is to defend Hindutva, primarily to defend the Hindu philosophy against what is not inclusive, what is primarily exclusive.
So what is this?
Therefore,
what is the need for Hindutva now? What is the threat?
This is the philosophical underpinning of what Hindutva is. Therefore, without understanding the very nature of Hindutva and what it is trying to protect itself against, we will be misinterpreting and misrepresenting the whole debate. Therefore, in that sense, Hindutva is an intellectual, political, social response of the Hindus to prevent itself and themselves against aggression. Therefore, Hindutva cannot be dominating because Hindutva is the victim of aggression. This must be something that must be clarified at the very outset.
Tejasvi's response was very clear and realistic. Don't make your thoughts more complicated. Let's think straight and simple. Then you can realize that those who embody the unique culture and values of this land, which were formed thousands of years ago and had been developed and cultivated over time, those who have proud of its heritage and tradition are known as Hindus. Hinduism is the concept or belief that they follow in their life. Then what is Hindutva? Hindutva is the right and duty of a Hindu to live while preserving his culture and heritage. Hindutva is the right and duty of a Hindu to defend or protect his belief, culture and heritage. If Hindutva collapses or destroyed, then Hinduism and Hindu will collapse. So Hinduism and Hindutva must be practiced together. If you want your future generation to be born here as a Hindu and live here as a Hindu, then you must follow and protect Hindutva today itself. So do not fall in such hypocritical secular campaign which is trying to destroy Hindutva. This is what I intend to share with you. Please comment your thoughts here and please share this video. Okay, thanks to all.